What if a dog could chain you down and kick you to death? A dog can show more love and affection than most humans could. Animal cruelty shows what some of us have been lacking: compassion, respect, and just innocent love for animals and fellow men. This proves that Mother Nature and her beasts have the right idea on how to be. Thousands of animals are harmed by abuse. For some, help came. For many, help came too late. Today we're going to go over different types of cruelty, neglect, abuse, mistreatment, some cases, some fines for animal cruelty in Wisconsin, 10 ways to prevent animal cruelty, and also some ways on how to recognize animal cruelty. The first type of animal cruelty is unintentional. People who do this don't realize that they're doing it. They don't mean to do it. They just don't think about what they're doing. Some types of these would be keeping a dog in a doghouse that floods because of the rain. People use cruel types of punishment. People can forget to give their animal water for a few days, or leaving your animal in a car on a hot day with the windows rolled up. The second type of cruelty is intentional. These people do it on purpose, but only for a short period of time. Kids may decide to throw rocks at a nest of baby birds just for fun. Some people might kick their pet because they're mad at their parents, but they can't kick their parents, and giving into peer pressure and trying to show off for their friends. The third type of cruelty is cruel intention. These people intentionally hurt animals because they enjoy hurting others or because it makes them feel powerful. They'll hurt an animal because it thinks that they have control over the animal then. They hurt an animal to control another person. And also some people will make their dogs kill other dogs because they think that it makes them powerful. Neglect, abuse, and mistreatment. Statistics from 2007. 57% of the cruelty in 2007 involved intentional cruelty. 43% involved extreme neglect. Most commonly reported cruelty offenses involve shooting, animal fighting, torturing, and beating. Of neglected animals, 70% were malnourished and 30% suffered from starvation. Others suffered drowning, stabbing, or even being burned to death. Hoarding is a type of cruelty. Hoarding is it involves individuals who don't provide proper veterinary care, food, or shelter for the large number of animals that they have in their home or some type of shelter. Disease, infection, starvation, and even death can take place. Lack of sanitation and proper care can cause serious medical conditions and lack of socialization for the animals, and many of the animals seek euthanasia in overcrowded shelters. Another type is chained dogs. Backyard dogs or caged animals, they all live outside. They are isolated from the family. They face health problems, injury, boredom, and behavior problems. Some of the behavior problems are fearfulness, hyperactivity, aggression, excessive chewing, digging, barking, and whining. They can also have heat stroke, heartworms, rabies, and feline AIDS can occur in chained dogs because they're outside all the time. Chained dogs see the same small area every day of their lives. So just picture it if you were stuck in your room 24/7 every day, all day, for months, for years on end, and you couldn't go anywhere or do anything. That's how dogs feel when they are chained up. And also, the collars on the chain dogs can injure their neck and throat, and they can even become embedded in the dog's throat after being chained up for many years. Some cases that I came across, a puppy was duct taped, set on fire, and baked to death. A black lab puppy was found in a gas station dumpster with its eyes, ears, and mouth glued shut, and then they broke all of its legs. I have 3 cases that happened in Wisconsin. The first one is a dog was thrown off a 30-foot bridge and it broke its back, and then it had to be euthanized because of all of the injuries it had. A man kicked his dog to death in front of his children. And another one is a border collie mix froze to the sidewalk after it was left outside overnight in single-digit temperature. But surprisingly, the dog survived because it was morbidly obese, so the fat served as insulation for the dog. Fines for animal cruelty in Wisconsin. For animal cruelty, a fine is up to $10,000 and/or imprisonment up to 6 months. Mutilation or death, a fine up to $10,000, or imprisonment up to 2 years. Here's a few ways to prevent animal cruelty. Know who to call and who to report animal cruelty to. Get to know and look out for animals in your neighborhood. Make the call. Provide as much information as possible when reporting the animal cruelty. Contact your local law enforcement department. Fight for the passage of strong anti-cruelty laws. Set a good example for others. Talk to your kids about how to treat animals with kindness and respect. Support your local shelter or animal rescue organization. Start a neighborhood watch program. And a few ways on how to recognize animal cruelty. Some physical signs are that the collar is so tight it has caused a neck wound or has become embedded into the pet's neck. Open wounds, sign of multiple healed wounds, or an ongoing injury or illness that isn't being treated. Untreated skin conditions that have caused loss of hair, scaly skin, bumps, or rashes. Extreme thinness or emaciation, where the bones may be visible. Fur is infested with fleas, ticks, or other parasites. Patches of bumpy, scaly skin rashes can occur. Signs of inadequate grooming, such as extreme matting of fur, overgrown nails, or a dirty coat. Weakness, limping, or the inability to stand or even walk normally can also occur in animals. They can have heavy discharge from their eyes or nose. You may also see an owner striking or otherwise physically abusing an animal. Visible signs of confusion or extreme drowsiness is also a physical sign. Some environmental signs of animal cruelty. Pets are tied up alone outside for long periods of time without adequate food or water, or with food or water that is unsanitary. Pets are kept outside in inclement weather without access to adequate shelter. Pets are kept in an area littered with feces, garbage, broken glass, or other objects that could harm them. Animals are housed or in kennels or cages, very often which are crowded with other animals, that they're too small to allow the animals to stand, turn around, and make normal movements possible, because there's too many animals in there. So now that you know a little more about animal cruelty, different types of animal cruelty, neglect, abuse, and mistreatment. Some cases that I went across, some of the fines in Wisconsin, 10 ways to prevent animal cruelty, and some signs on how to recognize animal cruelty. So now that you know those, I hope you prevent animal cruelty and speak for those who have no voice.